Yo, 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 yo. We back for another story time. Y'all know why we here, man. We give everybody the opportunity to share their story, man. And the truth will set you free. In a world where every story has two sides, there's only one question remain unanswered. Who's the deadbeat? With that being said,
You do not have to signal me. I'm just gonna smile for the camera. Let me see. Okay. So, who's the deadbeat is not liable or reliable for any current litigations that you may be in the process of or to follow hereafter or thereafter the interview. For all the people that are new here and watching us, welcome to our channel. Thank you for joining us and tuning in. This is a platform where we support alienated parents and children and people that don't know about parental alienation. This is why we strive to do this all the time to allow people's to allow people the platform to share their story and their experiences in hopes of helping someone or possibly someone helping them. So that's what it's all about. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are trying to reach as many people that we can because a lot of people are not aware of parental alienation, and this is why we raise the awareness. So again, thank you for joining us, and yeah, let's get into it. So I think we have a lineup tonight.
she
A
have
couple of people look like she's having some technical difficulties coming in and out, but while we wait for her to get that together, again, we support all parents. This is just not a platform for men; it's for women as well. Mothers, fathers, alienated children, all people who have experienced anything quite like this. And so that's why we do this. Yeah, but I had a thought and I lost my train of thought. I think it was about we had a crazy weekend, so
oh,
bear with
yeah.
us. Um stepped
Why?
out, stepped out and had brunch yesterday. We're in Houston, and this is the city of partying, the city of life. People love coming here, traveling all over the world. They come here. But we stepped out to go to brunch yesterday, and of course, it's an adult environment. It was kind of early. Y'all know what brunch hours is, and a woman walked in with two children, an infant and a looks like a maybe a 4-year old, 5-year old. Anyway, two small children. And when I tell you how in 5 seconds how it just flipped the switch for us. I mean, everybody else, we seen some other people making faces, but a lot of people were disgusted. Mainly us, because this is what we do. Like, we're here for the kids
Come on,
more than
man.
anything.
We
And
left
so,
our kids at home.
right. And it's like, what type of parent brings their children to that type of environment where it's drinking, smoking, explicit music, raunchy dancing and clothing.
I'm talking about
I can
popping
go
on the head
right.
stand.
I can go on and on, but a mom and they were two little girls, and we try not to pass judgment, but some stuff is just not okay,
It's
and it's
deadbeat
never
behavior.
okay, right? It's never okay to bring small kids in an environment like that, and so that
Until that establishment that even allow it,
yeah.
you need to get hired some new management or something to run
Change
your
our
place.
policies. I did talk to a bottle girl that said, well, we allow children up in here until 6 or 7 p.m. I'm like, ma'am, what? But this is like not to be long winded because it is. We got to get tonight going, but I just want to put that out there. Like, this culture and the way that it is, y'all need to get y'all shit together. Like, at some point, your kids should be what's the most important thing to you. And so, I
Definitely.
mean, I don't know if they was that hungry where she couldn't put in the Lego Eggo or whatever it was that she couldn't do at home, but it's never that serious for you to have brunch that you have to have your baby on your lap while you drinking mimosas and listening to Sexy
Yeah.
Red and Glorilla.
It,
No.
it ain't never that serious, but
Some things is not for kids, but we'll touch on that later because we do have some footage and we will share. But let's just get started. Let's get into it. So we have, is it Shay?
Shay,
All right.
What's good, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, how's it going?
How
How
are
y'all
you?
feel? I'm great,
Oh
enjoying
man, it's Monday. I'm gonna say that.
Right. Happy Monday.
Yes, Lord. Yes. Listen.
So how you
Thank you for
pronounce your
having me.
name? How you pronounce your name?
Shaylin. Shaylin.
Say.
Shaylin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want us to
Shaylin.
call you Shaylin or Shay? Is Shay okay?
Shaylin, baby. Gotta call me Shaylin. I'm Mother Magic. Yay, yay. I don't let nobody call me Shaylin.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
cool.
Yes. Thank y'all
So
for having me.
Oh, no
thank you
problem.
for joining us. Where are you calling us from?
Right now I'm in Atlanta, but I'm a Orlando, Florida native. Excuse
Okay.
me.
Okay. So you
Mm-hmm.
from Florida, but you're in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
How many kids do you have?
I have 5 seedlings. 5
Okay.
beautiful babies.
And
Beautiful
how
children.
by how many different men?
Oh my goodness. This is, excuse me, I'm really triggered right now. And I feel a thick sense of overwhelming just because it's my
Okay,
first time coming out.
take your time. Take your time. This is a
Yeah.
safe space. Like,
Yeah.
just know that no
That
matter
part.
what, this is a safe space. You know,
Yeah.
we all gotta be held accountable. So whatever it is that you want to share tonight, just keep that in mind. And we're not here to pass judgment, but at the end of the day, it's about the kids, and we just want to see if we can get to a resolution or some type of conclusion that can possibly help you. Okay,
Yes, indeed.
so take your time. And for everybody that's watching, bear with us. It can get emotional. A
Yeah.
lot of times we have men up, and men, they even sometimes have to take a moment or two to gather themselves, because dealing with whatever it is before we even get into it. If you on this platform, we know that it's got to be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I just want to be clear about that.
that part.
Okay.
That part.
All right.
Okay.
So how many baby fathers do you have?
So,
Is those two?
Too.
mhm.
So give us the ages of the kids and
So my oldest son is 13. Well, he'll be 13 on the 29th of this month.
okay.
Amazing 12-year-old. Then I have 9, 6, 4, and 1
Okay.
Okay. So they
from the
fairly
same
young.
father. Very young. Very.
Okay. So are you okay? So you want to share your story on our platform. So most of the times, again, we don't get many women, because a lot of women that we get are bitter baby mamas. Are you a bitter baby mama, or are you dealing with what you would call a deadbeat?
I love transparency and honesty. I don't
That's what
like,
we're here
I don't do
for.
this here. I don't do that now.
Okay.
I have developed a sense of bitterness, and the overwhelming feeling that I'm having is that I know that I'm working through it currently.
Okay.
Only because of the choice that I made.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
I am someone who ignored for the longest. Now, let me give you a little back history. I'm an Air Force veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was drugged out my mind 2013. My first son was born 2012. I was still in that relationship. However, it was a bit abusive, emotionally, spiritually, especially when I came home from the force. So I'm like, they're like, who are you? And I'm looking at them like, motherfucker, excuse me, who are you? Because I didn't remember all of me. Okay. So as I'm trying to vocalize that and let that parent, my first child's parent, know this is what happened to he knew something was wrong with me because how I how I came.
Was that a situationship, or was y'all married,
No,
or
we were 5 weeks from marriage.
okay?
Okay.
We
So
were 5 weeks
engaged.
away from being married. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 6, closer to 7, but what I can recall now is about 5 weeks. We were really close.
Okay.
Um, long story short, I came home totally different, but my son triggered my spirit, what I came here with. And it was like, Mommy, I know you. I remember you. I'm going to do everything I can to keep
Wait,
you.
so let's back up. Did you go to the service already being a mom?
No. When I went to the service, I was coming out of high school. I was roughly 19, 20, something up in there. When I came home from basic training, I got pregnant.
Okay.
And I was getting ready to be married to this gentleman. We were actually together for about 4.5 years.
Okay.
And coming from where I was coming from, DV, that's normal, right?
Hmm.
Very unnormal, but to the untrained mind, that was normal. Um, so I was fighting for my life out of that. Like, yo, I don't know what you remember, but I remember this, and I was fighting my way out of that. So I end up, I left one day. I'm kind of fasting forward with my son. I left our apartment. It was the last blow to my face. And I had TMJ for about 4 months, felt like. And I remember talking to myself and doing what I do to heal. And literally, I healed myself with TMJ. My jaw was broke. And that was the final straw. I was done. My son wasn't
Okay.
even one. Matter of fact, he was one. He was like 13 months, something like that. But I told myself I won't ever go back. So I'm building up myself. I'm building up. I'm still in the dark. I had become dangerous. Dangerous. I was trained to kill, pretty much. I was a marksman. I was always at the range. I was always, just brushing up on my weapon as a whole. So
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I was dangerous. And then when I came home, my decision making made me even more dangerous because I was a little reckless, a lot reckless. My driving record proved it. A lot of different things showed that I had become like what they didn't want humans to become. And that was
And
me.
was it that incident that made you reckless, or?
I think it just triggered me because I knew I was drugged. I remember running for my life. I remember waking up, not remember what I had on or anything. And I'm giving you this story because this is where me waking up to stuff started and saying, "Oh no!" But then I felt like I was in a war. I was in a real spiritual war because when I met my second set of children's father, this is when everything started to play out. I was getting tested all different ways, and I was like, "Dang, is that me? No, is that me? No, is that me?"
So how many
So
kids you have with the first father?
one.
One. Okay.
And so you're saying that this incident of DV was when you was drugged and you had to fear
It
for
was
your life.
throughout our whole. It was really like the third month we started dating, we started tussling.
Mm.
So it was tough. It was tough for
Okay.
that whole 4 years. Wasn't nothing to play with at all. Like in hindsight, out my mind, it wouldn't. Yeah, night and day.
So how old was your son when you met the second kid's father?
He was going on. He probably was 3. I'm gonna say he was 3 because he was born in 2011. My oldest daughter, the second children's father, oldest is
Mm-hmm.
9. So he was like 2.5, 3. He was like 2.5,
So
3.
did he see his father from the time you left him?
He did. At first, he didn't want to because he had already seen him knuckle up with mom. And mom do her best to defend herself. See, I was never an aggressor. I was more like, stop, stop.
But you said you left when he was 1, right? So I
He
mean,
had to
he was
go
around
ahead.
it, but what did he really know? You're saying that when he saw his father, was he afraid of him, or like what?
I remember him having times when he was like, you know what, I don't know.
Because
Like that
how
type
was
of
that?
energy.
I mean, if you two were violent and you left him, get
I
us
was
there. Like,
I
how
was
was the
healing.
co-parenting for
Okay,
that?
so let's say I left. I left him, right? We were living in the same home for about 3.5 years. And the majority of it isn't just him alone. It's that other one. Because he became a better father, my first child's father. He became over time as he saw, wait a minute, this she ain't as crazy as they saying or as gone as initially I was led to believe that she was gone. Hence, I was working on myself actively on purpose, with a purpose every day. Not perfect, but damn it, I'm focused.
So is it safe to say that he was a horrible boyfriend, but he was
A good
returning a great
father.
father?
I think that he became a better father when he saw that this lady, who they said was going to be left for dead, didn't die laying in that corner where they left her. So it was like, shit, I can't. I mean, I could still be biased in saying that, but that's what it looked like to me. Okay, he would
Okay.
still call for my son. My son will go. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he was like 6 years old. Yeah, he was about 6, 7, maybe even 8 or 9, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really, my memory not serving me right with the dates. But he saw him punch me in the mouth. I was pregnant with a new child, 3, 4 children down the line. The man punched me in my mouth. So he wasn't over the domestic part. He just, and to me, it
Hold
just
on.
made
So
me feel
you
like,
telling me
Are
you
you
had
saying the second father now was fighting you too?
no, the first father,
so you had a
would
boy,
get.
you had a another man, and this man still punched you in your mouth and trying to fight you?
I was pregnant. I was about 8 months pregnant with my third son from the second father. My second son from the second father. And to him, it was like I was still his. He didn't want to hear that. So
So
I
how
went to
did
go.
that work out between that situation, the two men?
This is why I'm here, because it's so much. It is almost traumatizing. Like if I let it mess with me, I'll be messed up because it's crazy. Let me just give you the synopsis. So I left the first father. In between time, he was still reaching out to see my son. Still reaching out. If it's not every other month, it's every month or every 2 months, because all I knew is that, boy, you'll hit me, man, you'll hit me. So I ended up getting pregnant in 2015 with my daughter from the second father. And I met him in a really dark space because, like I said, I had been drugged. I've been AWOL from the Air Force. I literally just left the Air Force. I never went back. And I was thugging. I was figuring out life. I was on the road. I was something else. And that's when I met him. He told me that he summons me, which is so scary to this day, because he told me out of his mouth, I would watch you. I saw you. I saw how you was living, and I wanted to deal with that.
So he lived the street life too.
Oh my God. I'm gonna say yeah. I don't really know what he was doing because I was doing music when I actually made contact with him. I had become a recording artist. So I don't know. I met him through a mutual. I actually got face to face up on him through a mutual friend who actually lived. So this was my home, and he kind of was back here on this side street. I don't know if y'all can see it, on the street, right across the street at a diagonal. So if I come out of my house, if I go to the driveway, I can see him. And the person right across the street had a studio in the house. So that's how we met.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because for people watching, of course they don't do what we do, right? So they don't even have the capacity to follow. So this is why we're trying to like create a timeline.
Right.
Like, what is it that how do you relate to this platform?
My children's father is a deadbeat, the last four. Out
Okay,
of his
so the
life.
second baby daddy is a deadbeat,
Mm,
and he's a deadbeat to you
mhm.
in what way?
I've never received a pack of Pampers. We don't get calls. Not even we. I don't need to call me. Take me out of it. My children, who can walk out of their grandmother's house back in Orlando and see him cross the road, he won't even. It's almost like they're strangers.
So you had 4 kids with him, right? When did you realize that he was a deadbeat? After what number pregnancy?
That's what I'm talking about. My decision making, the ignoring the red flags,
Mm-hmm.
ignoring my own intuition, because I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody gonna love me. No, that ruminating stuff. That's what I was going through. So I realized, to be honest with you, after I had my daughter,
And she's baby number 3?
she's baby number two. She's
Yeah.
Number
baby
2.
number. She's baby number one from him, but baby number
Oh,
two
so,
from
okay.
him.
Baby number 2. So the eldest with him. Okay. So what is it like for the kid? Like, kind of give us some examples of what it's like with the kids. What
Situations that
right? Like
happen
what's
with
going
dealing with
on?
him. Yeah, let's
Okay,
focus
so
in. Let's key in
Let's
on him.
key in on him since he's
okay,
the deadbeat.
so
So
my apologies. Okay, so oh, wow.
So you said y'all met doing you was making music, y'all met face to face. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure everything was going good at that point.
Right.
So what went wrong?
His actions didn't match his words. It was like he was an amazing fairy tale scripter. He was a charmer. He was, oh my God, like he could make me see his words, especially coming from the mindset that I was in that time. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
wow, how the fuck, excuse me, how can you find me and I'm in this dark space? How are you connecting with me? And that was intriguing. Not knowing that people can be monsters. Spirituality is not all namaste, peace, and light. It's very dark if you don't know your mind.
This is
So
true.
that's what was happening. That was what was happening. And he's it's like every time I cut a record or every time I dance or express or something to get me out of those spaces that was keeping me bound, He hugged me, and the hug was just this thing, like, and I'm like, what is going on inside of me? I never really confronted him and asked him because a part of me was afraid. And then later on, I realized why I was afraid. Um, when
So
I had
let's
my
pause
daughter,
for 1 second. After you met him and y'all started dealing, you weren't still having relations with your first baby daddy, were you?
no, oh no,
Okay. But he
oh
still
no.
just felt you was
We
his
were together
possession.
from 17 to like 22, so he thought he just owned me.
Owned you. Okay. So
Yeah.
the new guy, did you guys ever have any conflict about that situation? Like,
Especially with
Mm-mm.
him hitting you.
right. Like him
Yeah,
being
I mean, he
violent
would
while you're
mention it.
pregnant with his child and
Yeah, he mentioned it, but he didn't really do anything. He didn't do anything until, at least to my knowledge, in those times until later. When he come, an incident happened to where my first child's father came to the neighborhood, and they both shot up the entire neighborhood. They almost
What?
killed two children. It's just nuts. They almost killed two children. My oldest son's father had his niece in the car. She almost got shot. His car was shot up like 4 or 5 times. They
so it
popped
got
off about
that
four
bad
shots
that
in the
they
neighborhood.
had an actual shootout
With
over
somebody?
you.
I'm not even gonna say it was over me.
You said I want no
I'm not
parts of
gonna do
that,
that
huh?
because I wasn't
I
messing with
mean,
that
you the
man.
common denominator. You the common
Oh no, I
denominator.
wasn't. Because let me try the plot twist.
Or
My
do they
second,
know each other? Do they have a past or like
listen, Lord and behold, this is why. Hmm, hmm. My second set of children's. Hold on, y'all. My second set of children's father. He has another. He had many children while we were together and after, right?
okay, so
But the
he
one
does
that he had
have a lot
children,
of children. How many children? Because I was gonna ask that question. How many kids does he have?
like
He has
10.
4 with you, and how
And he
many?
said he
I have
cheated
the most of
on
the
her with him.
babies. I have the most of the babies.
Oh, okay,
And
you
then,
have the most. But
yes.
how many women? How many kids? You think?
So it was allegedly 5. Come to find out, that person lied to him. That wasn't his child. And it's so much stuff going on. It's so scary. That's why I wanted to talk to somebody because I've been internalizing this stuff. He getting ready to go
Yeah.
to prison because he said that whoever that first baby mama who was claiming, he supposedly raped this girl or sexually assaulted this child. That wasn't even his child. Come to find out,
So
right?
a kid. So some pedophilia charges he had. Oh my
Exactly.
God. And
Yeah,
you
right
have
now
4
today.
kids with him, and how many girls?
One. I
1
lost
girl
my
and 3
daughter.
boys.
My last child is a twin. So we lost our daughter at week 17 in pregnancy.
So
Oh
you
wow.
had you would have had 5 children
I
with
would have
him,
had
but
5 children with him.
sorry to
Right?
hear that. It's
No,
the
it's all
loss of
good.
your baby. Condolences for that.
So did he ever like, touch your daughter?
I've been talking to Epic. And she, you know what? She tells me no. But the energy that was in that home, I stopped going because I kept feeling my stomach kept again. Damn, I don't feel good. I can't.
So
What
you
is
you
making me?
didn't have no signs of that, right? You had no clue about that side
I
of it.
had no, but you want to know what? Then I had to back me up. Like I'm say it on this camera because I'm okay. We good over here. But when I saw what I saw with that little girl, she roped us behind me. All the children outside playing. All the children just play. Children. Think of just children. Innocent, sweet, loving, amazing. The best children. They out there having a ball. Then this girl comes up and she give him a hug like, hey, daddy, in the way that she hugged his bottom. Like, you normally hug your dad like this, or like this, or like this, or something like that, but it
It
wasn't
was
that.
different.
Different ain't the word. That's your husband. That's your wife. Okay. I'm going to just leave it right there. You know what it
Oh
is.
man.
You know how you
That's
give her a hug. You know how he give you a hug.
okay.
And that was the last.
That's a lot. That's a
So
lot.
so how long was you with him?
I was with him from 2015, and my official last goodbye was this year because I was keeping so
Really?
much
So
in
how
me
long was you with the first father?
for 4 years.
And what years was that?
2009, 10, 11, 12,
Okay. Then you got with him at 15, and then you
and 15.
recently just broke up with him.
So
Like,
is
I
he
mean,
currently
emotionally, spiritually, everything.
Is he currently incarcerated now, awaiting?
No, no, he's awaiting.
So,
He's
okay,
awaiting.
so he has been charged, but it hasn't been like a final outcome for
It hasn't
those
been a final. No.
accusations. And you do believe that he's done these things.
I don't need nobody to tell me nothing from what I seen and what my tummy feel like. It only confirmed why I kept feeling like, why I feel like this over here.
Okay. So get us back to okay. Um, what went wrong between y'all? Because you was still with him
For right
for a
up until
long time.
just
But you want to
recently.
know what? Let me say this. We were never really officially together. We were sleeping around and we were close spiritually. I feel like we had a
So it was a
It was
situation.
situationship.
it was a situation, something. It was like deep. Like we can complete each other's sentences. If he finna cry, I'm gonna cry. If I'm about to cry, he's mad. Like you in the other room, how do you know what is this? What is this? And that was
So
my man.
y'all seeing other people like you knew he had other women because he was making other babies. But what about you?
Yes, and then the things that was the I just kept giving him the benefit of the doubt. I was just stupid. I felt like I was just so stupid. Like I was gone. Like I wasn't all the way here with
So
it.
what was the benefits of the doubt you was giving him? He saying he wanted to be with you, or
Um, yes, the things that no, like the things we do, the things that he say, the children that we have, like, dude, for real?
so is this where the bitterness coming from? That
Yeah, but I guess because I felt like I believed the lie so long, and I can't even point at him no more. I gotta look at me. I'm looking at me now.
Yeah.
And yes, it's making me angry when I do because I have four beautiful children that love this man and they don't even know they don't know. They don't know.
They
All
don't
they know
need
is
to. Let me tell
hmm,
you something. They are very small. They are very young. And that's their father, not yours.
right.
What he's done and the damage that he's done to you and whoever else,
Them.
in due time, they will learn about it. But you have to protect your baby's feelings. You got to put them first. Right now, you're
Absolutely.
engulfed in your own. So this is why
Absolutely.
it's hard for you to move forward because you've been hurt.
yeah.
It right now you have to heal first. So until you can heal, you won't be able to do what's right for them because now you're choosing for them. And I know that it's difficult and people watching will try to judge. They will try to pass judgment because of the charges that he had, but we don't know, we're not here to say if he's innocent or guilty. That's not what we do. Right?
Right.
But as a mother, you just admitted that you stayed and you made decisions that weren't good and you want to, regroup from that. How would they feel if you made the choice to have him in your life up until you felt that you didn't want to be bothered with him no more, but they can't have him? And
Swear to the
so,
living. That's why I kept dibbling back because they right across the street. I just got to Georgia. I've been here for 22 days. So I was
Mm.
literally seeing this man, even if I didn't want to, and even if he didn't want to see me or our children, because he see
so
them
what is it
and
that you
direct them to
want?
go
What
in
is
the
it
house.
that
Like,
you
don't come
want to
over
do? Like,
here.
how do you want this to play out? Like, what is it in a perfect world? How would it be for your
In a
kids
perfect
for
world,
right
we
now?
just, mhm, mhm, mhm. In a perfect world, I would just have him acknowledge his children because others can spend the night with him, but not my children. He reach out to others, but he won't call my children.
So take us to how do you know what he's doing with others? Who's giving you this information?
I
Like,
lived across the street for over 10 years. My whole 20s gone.
So you saying he take care of his other kids, but not your kids?
I won't even say he take care of them, but he definitely allows them to be around. Sometimes children only want your presence.
So let me ask you this then. So
Take him out there. Right back, baby. Take
so let me
him.
ask.
Excuse me, y'all.
It's fine. So let me ask you this. So you said you was messing with him on and off for a couple of years. What what was the final straw?
Excuse me, y'all. Yes.
We don't want to do it if we don't want to talk about that in front of the kids.
Exactly. And that's why
yeah,
do you mind let me go run
that's
around
his
the corner?
daddy.
Give me 1 second. 1 second, y'all.
Okay.
Man.
This is
Yeah,
a
for
tough one,
y'all
y'all.
that's watching.
Bear with us and thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, we
As you
appreciate.
can see, this stuff is not scripted. We don't know what to expect.
Okay.
Every story is different. So this is one we've never encountered before. We've never heard anything like this quite like this.
So my question to you is, what was the end? Like, what caused y'all to split and not have any more dealings? Because no, just answer that first, and then I'll give my reason why.
Okay. The person, one of the people that he had children with, her children's father and my first child's father, like this, two peas in a pod. He passed away. My child's father ended up messing with this lady, right? Then time just do what it do. And then here he comes. I have child with this, the new dad, and now she comes and has a baby with the new dad. So it makes me wonder, this lady following me? Hear me out. Months passed after my daughter's born. This lady wanted it out for me. She wanted me dead, like want to kill me for real. I know this to be true because I read energy. Number one. That's hence why I can take accountability for my situation because I'm very I'm aware. I'm aware. And when I had these downloads come to me, like 2 or 3, maybe some weeks went by. He came by the house, where I was in Florida, and he says, "I'm sorry I ain't been able to see you and the children. She put a spell on me. She had your name. I was going through it because 1 second. I know it's my baby is coming. Hey, thank you, Epic. I appreciate it. Um, the Bible fell out and she had death spells in there with your name on it. She was doing candle magic in the closet, and I don't do. 1 second. Epic.
What is going on, God? Please, Bills. Now this is a whole
No,
nother
fell out
level
the
right
Bible.
here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Please forgive me, y'all.
That's fine.
The death notes fell out the Bible. He said they got into an argument, and in the closet she was doing candle magic and had my picture on the. You hear me? Y'all hear me
Well,
out?
thank God none of them spells have come to pass because you're still here.
I'm still
You
here, but
still
what I'm
here,
saying
alive and
is
well on
Bless.
this
crazy stuff
platform.
that be
So
happening.
we ain't gonna get that too much energy because
We not. But I just want
yeah,
you to know how it
we
all
gonna move on from that.
you
So
get what I'm saying? How that
that's
come
why you
around.
broke up. That's why you stopped messing with him.
Why I stopped messing with him because he came to our Airbnb and he tells me as I'm transitioning from Florida to Georgia, he say, I just want you to talk to her. I said, after you told me what you told me? He said, yeah, I just need you to talk to her because she's saying that you did X, Y, and Z, which I've never done anything to this person. I don't go messing with people because you're not that important. I got 5 kids. I don't do that. I don't know what that is. And that's what I was telling him. And, it just dawned on me like, this is not a man. This is a little ass boy. Women don't
So you
argue
felt he
over
was
good men.
taking sides. Like
I felt
he
like he was completely immature. I felt like he was not even there in his right mind. Where the baby Pampers at? She bringing some Pampers. She bringing some clothes. She bringing a box of food.
so
Cause
who take care of
hold
the
up,
baby that
her
they
son is
have
on my
together?
couch. I
Is he
got her baby
taking
right
care of
here on
that
my
baby?
couch.
Is he taking care of the baby that they have together?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
The children were with me this particular day that I did everything. He wouldn't bring them children love me. I don't know what it is, but can I go?
so the baby that he had with her, you were watching that baby with your
I
kids.
had that baby that day.
Well, at least the kids know each other because that was the next thing that I was going to question. How can you guys co-parent and have children that are siblings with all this chaos?
Yeah, because it seems like a whole bunch of backdoor going on.
It's
It's
I
you.
crazy.
mean, if he's still dealing with her on an intimate level and then trying to still,
He was trying to
woo
deal with all
you,
of us on an intimate level.
it
Let
sounds
him
like
tell it we're a family.
But
a
how do you know that your
a
baby?
love triangle type
How do you
situation.
know he ain't have a
A
beef
little
with you?
hexagon. A
How
little
you know he ain't
pentagon.
have a? How you know he ain't have a beef with your first baby daddy and just tried to mess with you to get back at him?
See, these are the things that I truly don't know. Honestly, I just don't know. I don't know. But the way they
But yeah,
both,
this stuff
they didn't
is
know
it
each other.
is immature. It's a lot. It is. At the end of the day, what are we gonna do with these babies? Like you got
What I've been doing,
babies.
let me tell you something. What I've been doing, Shayla gonna do if I don't do if I don't do anything else, I'm gonna take care of my babies. They mind, their hearts, and their spirit. Only reason why I'm here is because I need an adult that has space for this type of thing without judging me, without telling me what I ought to do, what I should do. Because what the fuck, excuse me, what was y'all when we was walking? And I was big belly like this with grocery bags like this. Him. Nobody was there. He would drive past us, drive right on by,
Man, that's crazy.
right by.
That's definitely deadbeat behavior, but I'm just trying to figure out what's the beef because them is his babies too. So why is he taking it out on the kids? You know,
Yeah, well,
not that it
He
don't
told
happen, but
me
I
to
want
give
to
him
know
to the
what's his
government and to
reason.
tell them that he was dead. He told me, go get on welfare, tell them I'm dead.
Is this out of anger, like y'all bumping heads and
I
you
don't
calling
bump
him a
heads with this
deadbeat and
man.
he
I
feeling
don't
like
bump
he want?
heads.
you never kept them from the kids or anything like that?
No. No,
Okay.
and I feel like I should have just because of what I've come to learn. But
No,
no,
because the reason I'm asking because you went from the daughter, right? And you said
Mhm.
you noticed certain things, but was he still like around and there at that point?
And with my daughter,
Yeah,
Yeah,
after
when
you
you
had the
was
first child.
noticing.
he was in jail when I had my daughter. He got out of jail maybe like 3 to 5 days after I had my daughter.
Okay, so
He
now
did
you
come and
have
see
your
her. He came and
okay,
saw her.
now you have your daughter, and
Mhm.
then now how did you get the second child? Just
And
give
when
me a
I found
quick
out how to
timeline.
leave, okay, so had my daughter. We weren't really together because I had found out about the lady I just disclosed. She was pregnant. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Some way, somehow, I let him in my head again. And we were friends. It was more on like, let me just try to. I already know what I know, but let me just. But the power of whatever that was, or whatever probably was, whatever I was lacking inside with me, allowed him to fill that space. And here comes Kashar, my second son, my second child from him, third child.
Okay.
Um, Kashari was born 2018. He was there and he was acting as if he was gonna be there. So I kind of let some guards down because we kind of got a little bit of history. I'm like, okay, you show. I'm side eyeing him. I'm talking to him, everything, and I'm gonna be there. I have pictures, photos,
Right.
so many
So what
things.
do you think it is? Why is he doing this?
I do not know. Okay, let me backtrack. His mama hated me. His mama, his grandmama, everybody who got their hands in his mind.
Why? Why?
I'm different. I'm not no Pentecostal Baptist knocking on nobody's church talking about Jesus and this type of thing here yet going back and Drake fifth so he ain't on every Sunday. I don't do that type of stuff. Okay, I'm
Okay.
not mixed
So
master.
the family got beef and then he playing games.
But for what? Who knows? She thinks she
But
this.
so the last breakup wasn't because of the pedophilia charges.
No, because I had a we had talked, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you.
Another benefit of the doubt.
You hear me? You see me
But
shutting up?
that's a huge benefit of the doubt because for something like that, either you believe it or you don't. And that's why I asked you earlier,
I
do
feel
you
like deep inside
believe
I did believe it
it?
because of what I know that I saw. But that ain't no man, ain't no grown up, period, gonna let no child touch them inappropriately. You ain't gonna let no child hit you, is it? Hit you like a grown man. A young
No.
boy hit a young boy not gonna
That's
hit you
I'm
like a
just
grown
saying
man.
that's a lot to digest. It's a lot to take in. You
Yeah.
got 4 kids with him. So you could have been going back and forth. And again, no shade, no judgment, right? But we're just trying to figure out what is it that you plan on doing going forward. Because if it's
Yeah.
about alienating your kids, we would never say yes to that unless they are in harm's way. Do
Like
you think he's capable of hurting them that way? Because if that's something that you think, then yes, you need to take the
he
proper
don't need you don't want
step.
nothing from
I'm
him.
to the point I don't want to give no more room for benefits or doubts.
But
Not for
that
nobody
may
to do
be
nothing
just
to
for
me,
you and your
my children.
relationship. We talking
Mhm.
strictly about these kids.
Right, but see, if my babies are being unattended, say like, okay, if I say, hey, could you watch your children? But you playing a video game, or you're doing something, or smoking, or drinking, or talking to this lady, or whatever you're doing. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But your attention isn't on my children. That is endangerment to me.
But are you willing to allow
Of
him to get the
course, of
kids,
course.
even with the pedophilia stuff?
That's tough.
That's real
Yeah,
tough.
let me say this. Yes, I will be like I gotta be in Florida in a few days. I know I'm gonna run across this person because my mother still lives in her home, and he still lives with doing whatever the heck he's doing across the road. I know my children are gonna see him. So my mindset was, if that happens, make sure everybody's outside. Even if I pull up on the side of the road, I'm just sitting right there. I can throw me a peace sign. I can throw my hand up, whatever, just to let somebody see that it doesn't adult right here, and they've been running across the street. I'm not trying to go over there and have no, this what we need, because I don't think he here with it. That's what I think. So if they want to just see him and embrace him, I'm going to allow them to do that, because that has already been happening, and that's not
Of
the
course, like of
You know what
course
I'm saying?
they don't know. So supervised things, and you know,
Absolutely.
people, nobody can ever say what they would do if they was in your position, because we were never in that
Yeah.
position. So it's not even like we're trying to tell you what to do, more so just trying to see what it is and where your head is with this, because you can't ignore that. Like,
Absolutely not.
if that's serious. And so as a mother, what are your plans? Because if you're not gonna alienate the kids, that's good. But some people will say you need to protect them. The reason why a lot of women start alienating their kids. So
Mhm.
it's like,
But they just
maybe,
don't do it the right
right,
way.
it's not done properly. And so maybe, you know, you need some supervision, or we don't know. But it's just, it had to be big for you to reach out, to reach out to us, because this is something that you guys are experiencing. And so it's like, what do? You have
Oh,
four small
babies,
babies
yeah.
with him. That's tough.
Yeah.
No, so we don't get zero support from anyone over there. And to be honest with you, a part of me was like, damn, I really wish but I don't ask at them for anything. I don't search
So
him,
his mom or
nothing.
nothing, they don't try to have a relationship with your kids.
No, what? Oh, that's a perfect world for real. What? Now
Have
they've
you ever
been
stopped
around
it?
him.
Have they ever
Hmm?
tried? And
I want to say yes, but I feel like it's only because he brought my children to his mother and his grandparents. It wasn't where's Epic them? Where's the children? Bring them back. Oh, hush, child, go get my children. Never that energy. You hear me? My mama didn't want me to have an abortion with every last one of them babies. And I brought them, but they take more pride in them than his.
mm,
It's almost
It
like they
could it
support
could
him,
just
not
be
looking
it
after
could
him.
just be the
this,
type of people that they are in terms of his lifestyle.
yeah,
And it may not be personal, right? But at the end of the day, those are still your kids' people, not just his people. Those are your baby's people too. So you have to
Absolutely.
make, conscious decisions about how you want to move forward, because you got a long road ahead with your kids being so small. Of course, they can't know any of these things right now. It's not even healthy for them to even be placed in a position where they around half of the stuff that you've told us, right? And so you said you just needed a place to be transparent with no judgment and vent. And that is what we're here for. That we respect you for coming up, even sharing that story, because it's deep. It's a lot.
mm-hmm.
Um, ultimately, I just don't know what could we say, because you have a lot
Yeah.
to do. You
You
have a
got
lot of steps to take moving forward. Because what if he's in prison behind the charges? Is that something that's you think is gonna end up that way, or what do you like? Who is the person again that you said that he did this to?
His
Allegedly.
allegedly his daughter, but it's not his daughter. But it was his daughter in his mind.
And how old was this child?
12,
Okay.
so how old is she now?
13. Not even 13. She'll be 13 November.
So
I mean,
Okay.
she,
excuse me,
she so
December.
she the same age as your daughter?
My son, my oldest
Your
son.
son. Yeah, your
hmm
son.
And they
So
all grew up
how many
together.
other kids did he have when he was having kids with you?
Oh wow. They're so interwoven. It's so insane. I had Epic, then he had a son. I had Kashari, then he had a daughter. Excuse me, he had my daughter was the last baby. He had three babies in 1 year. My daughter was the last baby. I didn't know this.
Mm.
He didn't tell me this. I had to find out. Somebody hit me up through social media because he was posting our pictures and stuff. And then she reached out and gave me the tea.
Was he cheating on one of those other women with you, or
She said they were just messing around because they had already had a child.
okay?
Um, but basically, yes, he was messing with all three of us, plus other women who are not pregnant, who didn't get pregnant. I
When
just
you
was
say
in
when you say
delusion.
you feel like your kids are being treated differently, is it
Oh,
because you not
yes.
messing with them?
Yeah,
My
that's
kids
a
are
good
treated
question.
differently, not only from him, but it's people. My children will cry. My little girl will cry.
Well,
It's
we
like, Mom.
already know that you said they don't like you. So we know people tend to take that out on children. They don't like the parents. I would say, as a mom myself, I don't even want my kids around somebody that I know doesn't like me. Even
So,
if it
and
is
that's
the other
why.
family, not saying that I would keep them away, but I'm saying that's just a feeling that you have. So we
Mhm.
pretty much have the blueprint on why they may be being treated differently.
So did an incident happen between y'all?
No, I mean, I would take the house food and different things. Like I didn't think what I was doing was something wrong, but it was something wrong because that's a man. I ain't got no business taking care of no man, helping no man do nothing, helping him think, helping him heal, helping him do
Are
nothing.
they close with the other women?
hmm
Any of them?
hmm
That's
It's just
that's
a
a
lot of mess. Like they
it's a
like mess,
conflict of interest. Like that, it goes hand in hand. If you're not their
but
cup of tea, it's
they're
not their
all in
cup of tea.
conflict. Let's say
Yeah.
for one bit, one, two, three. So it's three other mamas. One of them, she just be in her own lane like myself. It's two of them who will do just it's stuff. I don't know because I don't get in it, but
But you
the
got
mama
the
was
most
talking with
babies,
them.
so it's just it's odd.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
odd. It is odd because when I talk to her, she'll tell me all the nonsense, all the stuff, neither here nor there, about the other moms and things. And that's how I know that they deliberate. They talk about these things. They talk about the other mom to the other mom. They're messy. It's I don't want to say they're messy, but it's
so. Do
messy.
you have a relationship with any of the other moms? So
Well, I tried to establish one, to be honest with you, because I was pretty much saying, hey, if this is what y'all gonna do, y'all have that. However, this is my child, this is her brother, this is his, you know what I'm saying? And they live across the street. So if when you come around here, I know I understand the energy totally, but you gotta keep that on a -9 because it's my mother's home and it's my children's domain. So you gotta keep that raw stuff out of
So,
here.
so the baby mama that you said wanted to unalive you, is she cool
Mhm.
with any other baby mamas? Is you
Oh
just the
yeah,
one that she can't stand?
absolutely. And
why
top
everybody
it
got
off.
beef with you?
Right? Like, what's the problem?
Because I stand alone. Stand alone. And I handle them business and they not my children not being dropped off at their grandmama house like all the rest of them children.
But even with that said, like that wasn't like I don't know. I'm not a female. That to me, I won't think like that'll cause beef. Like,
It's deeper than that.
was it
And
any
it's
like any static or a situation or something that happened?
in their minds, who knows? People are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or work or and not even gonna call it crazy, but people are in their own
So you ain't popping off like cussing nobody
oh
out,
God no.
saying anything on social media, doing anything that's making these people single you out.
No matter if you kicking it off or defending yourself.
Right.
Not I don't have to defend myself when it comes to them folk down. I don't have to.
I
They already
got
show me what I am. Even if I ever forgot. If I ever forgot and they act a fool, I know what's happening. I don't have to say nothing to them people. I won't ever do it.
So when you saw our platform, like what was it that made you want to reach out besides just want to vent about your own life? What could you relate to? What what resonated with you with our platform?
I was scrolling through the videos and I would see how, a lot of dads are really like pushing the issue about their children. It was really the dads, and hearing how many deadbeat moms there are. I'm like, I mean, I know there are, but like they clock in the T like this, and it's on, But for me, it was the reverse. It was like, I guess in my mind, I really want my children to have a good dad. I want him to be a good dad, not to be, I'm not, he got nothing to do with me. I'm talking about stand on all 10, handle that business for all of those children. Most importantly to my soul, obviously, it's my children, but it makes more sense to me as a whole for you to be that man for all of your children. Nobody left behind. Nobody left out hurt and crying, confused, sad, or feeling abandoned. That's where I was coming from. I want
Mhm.
that for my children, but I know it feels like I'm in Galaxy A with this, and that is in Galaxy B.
He seems to be hot and cold, and it could just be for his own personal gain, like in terms of the women, the children, like, he's there, then he's not. Your kids are being mistreated, then he's pretending at some points that he's the good father. Like, so it just feels like that it's more of a you and him thing than
But
it
it's
is
really
about the
not. And
kids.
that's what, and his my baby said, my son would tell him, why you always want to kiss my mom? You ain't giving me no hug. You ain't even talking to me. I want to sleep in my mommy bed. You can't sleep in my mommy bed. And this because he been gone for some months, and then he come back and want to say, hey man, you get out of here. Well, I'm talking to your mama, but you trying to talk to your mom. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to sit down, hey man, how school
But
was.
I bet you if he can talk to your mama, he'll be more active.
Yeah,
It's
that's what it sounds like. It
But
sounds
that's
like
not what's
because
gonna
he
happen
can't.
though.
I mean,
she said that's not what's
yeah,
gonna happen though. I feel you.
No.
but you got to stand 10 toes down too. Like it's not giving your kids, like it's not serving either of you for you to go back and forth with this man. Like
You're
if
right.
it's giving deadbeat
For
from
sure.
what we hear, right? From what you've told us, and we don't know neither one of y'all from a can of paint. But
Can
at
of
the end of
pain.
the day, what you've explained, something is missing. He's not doing something that he should be doing. And you're saying you're not alienating these kids. We don't really understand what the problem, but we all know that a deadbeat is gonna be a deadbeat. We cannot we don't share space on this platform for deadbeats for the simple fact they are choosing to be this way. Now, if
Oh,
you were
that makes sense.
keeping the kids from him, then that would be different. Then we could have some words for you, or we could say, okay, maybe this should go this way. But as a grown man, or any grown, even moms too, if they make choices that are not in the best interest of their children, it's no remedy for that. They have to want to change that themselves. And
Right.
so we allow women this space and men, everybody, because dealing with a deadbeat is not easy. We've been there. Everybody's walk is different, but we on the same street, right?
Yeah.
At
That's,
the end of the day, it's nothing we can do for them. We give them no energy. We feed them no oxygen. You have to do what's best for your children. And we're not here to say and tell you do this, do that, because we're not there. We don't know.
but
Right.
I will recommend this. Take him to court. Do it the
No
right
child
way.
support. He told me
Nah, see,
what's
child support is only one part of it, right? Because
mm,
because women always that's all that y'all talk to
Right,
get.
because you want the money, you want the help,
Yeah.
but it's
I
so deeper than
want
that for
that.
your kids. Well, you
I'm to
said
the
child
point.
support. You said it. You
But
said
He
it.
paying
but the
child
the
support.
reason
But I didn't push. Let me tell you something. My baby, I do get EBT. Yes, I do for the time being. But for me to continue and for my children to get what they needed, he needed to be on child support.
yeah,
That's typical. We know,
I
right?
get
The
that.
state does that.
But what I'm saying is which one would you I mean you stress plenty of times or where she go?
She probably had got a phone call or something, but still make your point.
But yeah,
She
look,
probably called.
so she stressed plenty of times before that she wanted the father to be more involved in the kid's life. So if she want the father to be involved in the kid's life, then just take him to court,
To family court.
to family
Like
court.
you
See, if
can do that.
a lot of women just think that just child support, but at the end of the day, that's just money. But your kid is still missing out on a lot of other lessons, and that's another part of them. And if you really care about the parent part, the parental part of it, then take him to family court because ultimately you're gonna get child support anyway. And you're gonna get him his 50-50 time, and then that way you can have the court bag you on him being accountable for not doing what he have to do for your kids.
Exactly. And so the thing about it is, and we've had women come tell us, like, well, I'm not gonna force a man
That's the
to
wrong
take
way
care of
to
their
think about
kids, and
it.
I'm not gonna. But it's not just about you. So either you take the steps or you get out your own way.
Because
Because there's plenty of single mothers that take their baby and don't even think twice about the father in terms of stopping him from doing anything or even wanting anything from him, and allowing their kids to grow up, explain to them what's going on, allow that space for them to have with their father at whatever capacity that is, and it's that person can be perfectly healthy. And they may have issues with that parent and they'll deal with it when they reach a certain age. But to deliberately get in the way, but you don't want to take action in a positive manner, then that means you're a part of the problem. And so what he's saying about family court, women, they will not do that because that's too much like right in terms of doing what's actually right for the child instead of what their feelings are and what their emotions are. And that's the thing, women don't understand that if you're really seeking out to do what's in the best interest of your kid, you're not going to only seek child
it's
support.
not always about money. Because I done heard some stories of deadbeats not doing shit for their kids. And then they come 10 years down the line, and guess what? They still get their 50-50 custody.
Yeah.
So therefore,
Yeah.
it's no way around it. That's what a lot of women go wrong when they be in their feelings. That y'all go fight and y'all try to put a dead on child support and stop him from seeing the kids. And that's where y'all go wrong right there because that's never gonna happen.
And again, this is only to a fault if it is a safety issue. In her case, he
Yeah.
has some alleged charges of pedophilia or whatever,
Yeah,
some essay stuff going on. As a mom, to want to protect a child from that, who are we to say what's protection or not? Just do it the right way. So we speak on that part because you don't want to hurt your process. You don't want to hurt yourself in terms of if you do seek out the courts, you're not doing your part. That could affect all the hard work. So we glad to have you back. We had to keep going while you had that technical difficulty, but
Thank you.
um
yeah, we just gonna we towards the end of the interview anyway, but we just wanted to know like why haven't you taken him to family court to try to enforce his parenting time?
but anybody that's watching, if we lagging or you out here echo, put it in the comments to let us know.
Yeah. And if you
Oh
want
my
to
God.
join next, tap the link in the comment section.
Okay. Really briefly, I didn't go to family court. Like I said, it's an overwhelming feeling. It's just
You breaking up
something
now.
that I
We
have.
we can't hear you.
It
Can you hear me
it
now?
could be your location in the house.
It probably is. Can y'all hear me now?
It's still like kind of choppy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear
I'm
you.
choppy. Okay. So I think I'm just my own.
No, we can't hear you. You might have to go back
That
to. You
overwhelmed.
might
It's
have
like
to
it was
go
a
to the
fear, this huge
bathroom.
fear.
We can't hear you. You got to go back to the bathroom.
Hold
But
on.
yeah,
Hold on. Yeah.
But
Hold on. Yeah.
basically, so before she let us get situated, but like we were saying, like deadbeat is nothing we can do about deadbeats. Like we cannot go hunt them down and harpoon them with a damn bow and arrow, and drag them back to. It's nothing you can do with a grown person that don't want to do nothing for their kids.
because they don't do nothing. They absent. So it's not like they harming the kids, but
But just don't be a party to their actions. That's
yeah.
what we preach. Like You could have a kid with a deadbeat, and your kid never has to know that their dad is a deadbeat. Like, we've heard stories of women telling us on Christmas Day they put packages under the tree and put their daddy name on it. Like, and to some women that's crazy. Like, no, because you hate him so much. Why would I give him credit for what I'm doing? And I'm struggling. I'm doing all this by myself. And he don't even care about my kids. He don't want them. He don't think of them. But you have to think of the damage that it does to a child
And
to know that they're unwanted, to
yes,
know that their father is over here with Susie B and them,
you want
to know these things. Like,
you want
that's what we preach.
you want your kid to
You
be
gotta
the
you
best
gotta
at
pour
all times.
love into these kids like never before. And if you gotta be the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, everybody that you possibly can be, that's your job. That's your part.
Because there's gonna be a point where your kid is gonna come asking questions, and they is gonna know, but their mind is gonna be develop enough to understand and accept it. You can't tell a 5-year old that your daddy don't love you and he gone.
Exactly.
How you think he's gonna perform and be the best he can be in this world if you telling him that, you know? And that's where a lot of women go wrong. They try to keep them and put them in grown folks' business all the time, and that shit's just not cool.
It's snatching away from their childhood. And that's what we trying to tell you. Like, you gotta be whatever you gotta be for your kids and show up however you want to. But why you want to show up for them in a way that you feel like you have to fight for the first place when you already know what you're doing? Because kids need both parents. If the other parent choose not to be there and do their part, you can't focus on that. You gotta focus on your kid. Cause you gotta know it's gonna be some damaging effects, even with your actions of letting them know or proving the point that I'm the one that only wants you, not him. He's not this. Don't think about him. That is just filling their
And
head up with something that don't need to be there.
we tell this to the fathers too that's dealing with the bitter baby mamas, man. You can't feed into that. But Charlene, I think I hope from our conversation it seemed like you understand and you where you went wrong because you moving on. You not. It don't seem like you focusing on the bull. You moved to Georgia. You got a new start. So what's your plans?
Well, the lighter side of the situation, the plans are in effect right now in Georgia.
You breaking up really bad. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my
You
goodness,
breaking up.
what's going on? How about now?
Yeah,
Better? Is it
you
better?
breaking up.
No, it's probably just the connection from it. It can happen like that from
Yeah,
time to time,
sometimes
but
it just be like that.
I don't know. You may have to come back and do a part two with us. That's
Yeah,
probably what we're gonna shoot for. Cause I know once this start acting crazy, we have to do
Oh,
some
you
other
know,
things. Sometimes shut it down.
something.
But just keep us posted. We know you came on the platform with good intentions, so that's what we're gonna keep it at. That's how we're gonna end this interview. Again, no judgment, no shade, no tea. We clock tea over here
yeah,
for real. But
Yes, yes,
if you admit and you
yes.
being accountable, don't get in the way of them babies being healthy and happy. Whatever that look like for y'all. They father, if he a deadbeat, let him be a deadbeat. That has nothing to do with you and your kids. If you're not gonna go fight in family court to get some real results, all the drama, all the bull crap with his family and other baby mamas, and
him.
it's
Yeah,
a waste of
it's a
time.
waste.
It's a waste of time. Cause in
Yeah,
the end, they gonna resent you. You gonna be that crazy. My mama was crazy. Oh,
yeah,
my daddy didn't want to come around cause she was always in some mess. Or you can eliminate all that and just point to your kids. It's a
yeah.
lot of single
Absolutely.
mothers
And
that's doing it.
yes,
Cause there's nothing you can do
that's
for no
what
grown
I'm
ass
doing
man who's not showing up for their kids the way
right now.
they supposed to. Okay, that's just it.
Yes, indeed.
But you better not be alienating them kids either. Cause if we find out, we gonna let you know.
Let me know,
Thank you
honey.
so much.
I'm
Thank you
look.
so
Y'all
much
gonna
for
let me know
joining us.
how proud of this 180, this eventually 360 gonna be, because that's the plan.
We want to see.
And you can
We
bet
want to
your bottom
see.
behind them babies not getting left behind. Period. End of the story with a line at the top, exclamation mark. Cause that's my heart, that's my blood. I just needed to talk to somebody.
And you can always
I just
talk
needed
to
to talk to
us.
somebody.
Reach out.
Okay.
If you feeling the itch, don't scratch it.
Yeah, we always here and we always watching.
Cause no deadbeats allowed. Let him
That
be. You
part.
got them babies to worry about. You can't focus on him. If he's not doing his parts, it'll catch up. But you gotta pour
You're
into
right.
them kids. And you gotta make sure that they gonna be at their maximized potential. Happy and healthy.
Yes.
Whatever that look like.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. Yes.
And that's
Period.
it. That's my 2 cents.
And that's it.
All right. All right,
I
thank
thank
you
Thank you
y'all.
very
so
much.
much.
You have a
Keep
good
us
night.
posted.
Always.
Peace.
Thank you.
Mhm. Man, that was a wild one, man. Man, it's getting wilder and wilder, man. But
If she could do it, y'all can do it. And
yeah,
this is the thing. It's a lot of women out there struggling, not just because they got kids with deadbeats, but just struggling within themselves with their own emotions. That's what it's about. You don't have to remain that way. Today is one day, tomorrow is a new day if you're blessed to have it. Do better. And that's all why we do this. This is why we here. This is why. She just said she just needed somebody to talk to. It's not really much we can tell her, but encourage her to just be the best parent she can be for her kids, because from the looks of it and from the sounds of it, she's all they got.
mm-hmm. All right. Well, I mean, the link is right there in the comment section. Whoever want to come up and tell their story. If not, we finna end it right there for the night. But man, we got to start doing better for these kids, man. And I'm keep staying on society. I'm gonna stay on y'all ass because it's y'all that watch y'all friends, y'all watch y'all sister, aunties, uh, brothers, whoever. Y'all watch them and y'all watch them do these deadbeat things and be bitter, and y'all have nothing to say. It's
They have everything to say. They're just not saying it to their face, and they're not
exactly.
saying it the right
Hey,
way.
y'all got to start holding
Y'all
these
are
people accountable.
enablers. If you are an enabler, you need to do better as well. Like he's saying, like you need to wake up and say, "Hey, I'm not with this anymore," because these kids are suffering.
And it would never change until the people that's not being affected start to be aware of it. They hide behind people like y'all because they come to y'all like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all just
One
believe
side, one
everything.
side, one side, one side.
And y'all gotta start, y'all gotta do better, man. We gotta do better as people because if these kids don't get the best upbringing they could possibly get, y'all see the world that we living in, man. These kids are going through way more than what we went through when we was kids. So y'all got to start being more involved. Y'all always talk about it, always take a village to raise a kid, but y'all will tell a kid when he wrong, but then when y'all see an adult wrong who's mainly taking care of the kid, the village never have nothing to say. They'll just let the shit go on and let the drama go on just to have something to talk about. But where's the village at then? Why
They
y'all ain't holding these people that
they
y'all love accountable?
they burned the village down. That's the real village, the true village that these kids need. They burn it down. So
Yeah,
you're a
so
part of the problem.
but like I said, man, y'all know we here. We here on every Monday and Fridays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Just make sure y'all click the like and subscribe button. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all hit the alert button because we here. It's like clockwork, baby. We ain't going nowhere. We here to stay. And y'all better baby mamas and deadbeat dads, man. Y'all need to do better, man. Cause these stories is getting crazy. I just can't believe half the stuff that we hear that goes on in this world. And we sit here and we always think that our situation is bad, but it's somebody that's going through way more.
Always, always, and suffering in silence.
Yeah.
So
So all right.
that's it for tonight.
Y'all have a
We'll
good
see you guys on Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there.
and be ready to tell y'all stories. Good night.